summer in Texas, which means many of us will be spending our weekends at a lake or a river. Well, Brittany Breeding shows us where we can get on a kayak to take out on Lake Ray Hubbard.
If you're wanting to beat the Texas heat and get out on the water, there's a place in Rowlett where you can rent a kayak. Let's go check it out. We're here at Kayak Crossing Outpost, so tell me a little bit about what you guys do here.
Providing people in the community of Rowlett a good and fun opportunity to get out on the lake.
And you guys also rent out kayaks and paddle boards. What is that process like?
So people come in, and they come in from all over the DFW area. So Fort Worth or Rockwall, and they come in and we get them to fill out some forms and releases, and then we send them on their way with, of course, life jackets, paddles, hopefully, and then the kayak itself.
Okay, perfect. Sounds like a pretty easy process.
Yeah.
And I know that this isn't a huge area, but I still feel like I would get lost by myself. So do you guys do guided tours, things like that?
Yes, so we have an Autobahn group actually, which works to look at different birds and stuff in the area. And so one of the tours that we do is actually with a specialized bird expert. So he takes them along the lake, along this little trail of the lake, and they just look for blue herons and any birds that may catch an expert's eye.
That is so cool. It sounds like a fun time. Now, if somebody's never been kayaking before and this is their first time, are you able to guide them through the process, what to expect?
Yeah, so before we take anybody out on the lake, we'll do a standard safety procedure. And what that looks like is telling them, especially if they have younger kids, certain areas they may want to hit or avoid on the lake. And then also going through certain paddling techniques that's going to help them. We actually have a lot of beginners that start out on Lake Ray Hubbard, so I think it's a really great place to start and really just get to know nature.
Okay, so I've been kayaking before, but it's been like years ago, so
yeah.
I am so excited to hit the lake.
Yes, let's get you ready.
Yeah. Okay, we are about to get out on the water. Tell me a little bit about what we're going to be doing in these kayaks.
All right, what we're going to be doing, we're going to have a great time. That's what we're going to be doing.
Of course.
So first thing we're going to do, safety always comes first, right? So we're going to put the life jackets on, make sure they're not too tight but not too loose. So we're going to put them on, and then you'll sit down, and I'll throw you in there.
You'll throw me in the water?
Yeah, I'll throw you in the kayak. And so then I'll give you a little gentle push out, and then you'll use the paddle just to paddle out. So you get the paddle, and what you do, if you want to turn left, you use your right side, and if you want to turn right, you use your left side.
Okay, so opposite.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, now we've made it inside. Tell me a little bit about what all you guys sell here.
We sell kayaks and stand-up paddle boards. We have the Jackson kayak line, which is kind of like a Rolls-Royce of the kayaks. Very good recreational whitewater fishing kayaks. And then we have a number of customers who can't quite afford a Rolls-Royce. So we have a house brand that we've imported, and they're much less expensive. And we have a lot of fishing kayaks and recreational kayaks with those. And then we have one very unique kayak over here on the table that is a carbon fiber fishing kayak, which was made by Eric Jackson, an Olympian, along with a couple of the engineers at Lockheed Martin down the road who built the F-22 and F-35, so they know a lot about carbon. And this is a $13,000 fishing kayak that weighs 40 pounds.
Oh my gosh, that is a high-tech kayak.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
That's really cool. I love that you have kayaks for all price points, so this really makes it accessible to everyone.
Yeah, it's a sport. Well, you hit the nail on the head, accessible to everybody. It's a pretty neat sport, and especially today when everybody's watching video games, things like that, and we're trying to get people outdoors. This is a very economical way, and it's healthy and a lot of fun.
This was such a fun experience, guys, and you can rent a kayak by appointment any day of the week, but you can just walk in on Saturdays and Sundays. If you want to find out more, head to our website, cw33.com.